the standards and all. I think Dr. Atul Ramganesh sir is available, and I think Dr. A. Mail Murugan sir is also available. So, can somebody explain how to write a good research paper so some of the students will be benefited for out of that?
Right, Prakash sir.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, should I throw some light on it?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, the first and the foremost thing which I would like to tell to the aspiring research scholar is the topic that you are going to choose should be close to your heart. That's for PhD, but even for now publication, as Prakash sir has said, and as the discussion took place, it's very difficult now. It has become difficult to publish your paper in Scopus and UGC Care listed or peer reviewed or referred journals. So really, previously, let me tell you, some 3 years back, it was easy to get your paper published, and this norms was not there. This came only after 2018 onwards. Now norms are still getting more stringent, so a lot of efforts has to be put to publish your paper. So my suggestion to the young scholars would be that before you want to publish your paper, the topic really has to be very known to you, thorough to you, so that you can really contribute to it. So very important part is the topic that you are going to choose is just don't choose in hurry, or just don't choose just for the sake of doing it. See what is the topic, what is the relevancy of the topic, how important it is there, what is its credibility in today's scenario, present scenario. All these things factors has to be really taken into care before you start with publishing your research papers. Okay, and see what impact it's going to be really put on the research, the contributions in the what you call in your field that it's going to be adding. This is very important, and for that, one very important suggestion would which I did and which I would like to suggest to the young aspiring researchers is, if I want to write a paper, simple paper on one of the topic, what I do is I almost go through not less than 25 papers, international papers. I study in detail. I see is what are the objective, what was the problem statement, what are the conclusions, what are the literature, what the authors have said about this is very important. You study, you make a note of it. Once you make a note of it, lot of things comes, a lot of clarity comes in front of you. Initially, if you think about writing a paper, it's you are blank, nothing comes in front of you. But if you will review the papers, if you review the articles, if you review the even thesis for that matter, now everything is available on the net. Initially it was difficult, but now it is available. So reviewing is very important. The first and the foremost thing is to review the papers, jot down the important points, what are the contributions, what was the problem, what has not been done, what are the research gaps, which is very important, and what new thing you are going to add to your paper. This is very important. This is a win-win situation basically, because it will help you for writing a good research paper. At the same time, for making your thesis, it will be a very smooth ride for you. You will feel very what you call uh, simple to make your thesis, and interesting also, you'll get interesting also. Very important thing, and unfortunately I don't like, but I say is people don't read. Yeah, especially today's generation, they don't like to read more things. It's everywhere. I mean, not only in India, everywhere it is there. But then, unless you read and get the concepts clear, how are you going to contribute to the knowledge of existing knowledge of the paper? So very important is, please immediately download the what you call at least 25 papers. Go through it. What the researcher said, what was there, what is missing. Make a nice what you call report on it, and then do some literature review by reading books, journals, and definitely then yourself will get confidence, and you will come to know, these are the things. This was said. This is the problem. This is what I'm going to add to the contribution. And novelty should be there, some new things should be there. It should not be some old things are there, new things should be added as per the current situation, what is going on. So this is also a very very important thing for a paper researcher who is going to make the paper. And definitely if you follow these steps, you yourself will be confident and satisfied that I have done a very good job and a good paper has been what you call made by me. Now these papers could be on based on primary data or secondary data. No matter, I mean, there's a conception that paper has to be research paper only has to be in on primary data. If it is there, it's fine, but then it's not necessary compulsory that it should be only on primary data. A good paper also can be made on secondary data with the combinations of findings and after going through a lot of literature. So this is also a misconception which need not be in the mind of the person. In fact, I have seen a thesis which is totally based on secondary data. So can you imagine if that is there, you also can write a good paper. Primary data, of course, it's a very good paper can be made when you do primary data. Either you get your questionnaires through interviews, through observations, and you form your observations and you analyze your data, but then you have to put some statistical tools to it and get it done. Of course, then your paper will really be good. And no, if your paper is really good and novelty is there, no publisher should deny your paper. So it's not a very big thing, I'll tell you. I will like to mention over here to all the researchers that it's not a very difficult job to make a very good paper. Only it requires some hard work, some reading, basically reading, understanding, conceptualizing, and then putting it on paper and see the new styles. Now every time new styles of what you call paper writing is being done. And as Prakash sir has rightly said, all the there is a particular method of writing the paper, your fonts, your titles. For example, a good abstract should be there. Now to start with our writing of paper, in short I will tell, abstract will be only summary. I have seen that people are writing pages of abstract. It should not be like this. It's just a synopsis of what is the problem, what you want to find it out, and what methodology you are going to use, with at least 3 4 what you call it, the combination. After that, keyword should be there. Your paper should have a good introduction. What is the problem, why, what you are going to say about what has been said. Then literature review, it's not compulsory. Somewhere you can write it, somewhere it is not necessary to write it. You can escape that as well. It should have introduction, it should have theoretical or conceptual framework. Then it should have objectives, minimum 2 objectives to 4 objectives. It should not be more objective, also more than 4. Then if you are doing on primary data and hypothesis testing, there should be hypothesis to your research paper, which has to be again tested, either approved or disproved, has to be mentioned, putting which statistical data you are going to what you call take for this paper has to be mentioned. Then this should be there. Then managerial implication, why this study you are doing, to whom it's going to be helpful, it's very very important. Followed by then find your methodology, research methodology, primary or secondary. Primary, what you did, which statistical tools you have been using. In methodology you have to mention all those things. It is not a lengthy, it should not be lengthy. You should not put all the things that you have done statistical tools or whatever it is there. You can do it with the help of 2 3 pie charts or some diagrams or graphs or whatever it is there. And which test you have used, you can write in case you are using it. That has to be there. And then your paper should have, very very important is, findings should be there. Very important, findings, discussion and conclusion. Either it could be a combination of conclusion and discussion, or it could be a discussion. And finally, very important is your references. Previously we used to write bibliography, you can write references. In references properly you have to mention. There is also a style of writing the references, that is API style. It is there, author's name, year of publication, then name of the book, name of the publisher, volume, page, if you are referring to the thesis or research article. So these are the basically framework of your research paper. If anybody follows this rule, I am very much confident nobody will deny to accept your paper in any way, whether it is Scopus or whether it's an UGC care or referred or should I say peer reviewed journals. It has to be accepted. So just a small thing which I thought of late came in my mind, I just wanted to share with you. Thank you, everybody. If anybody has any questions on this as well, if it's possible for me. I'm not. I am also a researcher like you, but if it is in my capacity, I'll definitely love to answer.
Manoj Jain sir, you can ask. Mic is mute.
Thank you for the nice elaboration, sir. Thank you for touching base once again about the abstract and the fundamentals. We get so much carried away by the time we are at the end of the thesis or viva preparation that small things manage to escape.
Yeah, so actually, small things are the things which matter a lot.
Exactly, and they just manage to escape easily.
Absolutely right.
Any questions from any research scholar? Research related to anything you can ask.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Anything else? Hello.
Yes, sir. Please ask your question.
No, I asked and get my answer.
So you can also elaborate if you are want to elaborate like paper writing, because most of the students are facing that problem. So they don't know how to write a paper. So they are approaching the guides, and the guides will tell you write and come, you write and come, like that. Most of the guides will tell like that. The students are facing the
Sir,
problems.
I feel present problem is to search a UGC listed journal or Scopus journal. Every student have a paper, good paper, but there is no way to publish in a school UGC listed journal. And peer reviewed means anywhere is no definition of peer reviewed. It is peer reviewed in UGC or any other.
Sir, peer-reviewed international journals, peer-reviewed international journals.
Yeah.
That means any journal which is having an ISSN number, they are peer review process they are doing. The proof has to be there. That means one person has to send a paper to the journal,
Okay.
and then he should get a reply stating that it has gone for peer review. And
But
after the peer review, there will be some reviewer comment will be there. That means in your paper this needs to be added, or this needs to be more clarified, or this is unnecessarily quoted, or this sample size is not relevant, and like that is something, or your grammar or the language is not up to the mark as per the journal standards are concerned. So similarly some review comments will come. So
I,
then the
sir,
review,
I want
after the review your paper will be given for publication. Then that publication will be considered as peer reviewed.
yeah. Sir, I asked about the formation of peer review board. There is a peer review board. What is the necessity? Some of the reviewer are from university. Some of the reviewer are from a different level of different level and different university and colleges. There is no formation. There is no guideline
No,
about
no,
the
no, nothing is there. Nothing is there. I'll tell
nothing.
you.
Right.
For example, you are a journal publisher. Okay, you are
Okay.
having your own journal.
Okay.
So, Surendra Kothari sir is having his own journal. So,
Yeah.
in that journal, you are having an editorial board. That editorial board will be decided by you, and there will be, wherever you are getting a paper, you are sending to reviewers, and the reviewer will give this is okay, this is acceptable. Then you are publishing the article to the your journals. So
But
these are the things supposed to be followed by the journals. So
I
these.
follow all the instruction by given you, but
Hmm.
all the students are asked about that journal is peer reviewed or not. I say yes, but they want UGC care listed journal.
And the
Some
thing
of
is
the
that blind
yeah
the
some
review are there. That means without any identification, the abstract and your details will be separately maintained, and the content of the article will be given to the reviewer, and they don't know whose article is this, and they are reviewing and doing the activities, but there is no such instruction is not there in anywhere. Even UGC care list means the UGC care board, the UGC, the Pune University is now allotted for that one department. They are approving. So that is UGC care list, and every month they are removing, they are adding, removing, adding. So this is what is happening.
The monopoly of the university.
No. That has been allotted by the UGC.
Some of the 16 member are the board member.
Hmm.
They decide, only they decide that is listed or not listed. So I asked to Prakash sir.
Karmadkar
That
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I ask you that then yes, 16 member are the fixed, but journal are not fixed. वही के वो 16 मेंबर है 3 साल से, लेकिन एक भी मेंबर नहीं बदला उसमें, लेकिन जर्नल सारी बदल गई सर. तो ये डिसाइड.
तो इसलिए मैं आपको बोल रहा था लास्ट टाइम कि सर वो जो क्या है आपका जो मेरे को आई विल मीट अवर नगरकर मैडम. ही इज इन द keen role player in selecting UGC care listed journals. Pune University is very good efforts for that as far as our care journalist is. Sir,
I am the publisher of a journal. How to reach the Pune University?
You can send it to me, na? I will pursue the matters. No problem, sir.
Okay.
You can send it to me. WhatsApp me. I will directly go to meet Nagarkar madam. As I am a research head there, I can have directly access to him, and he can definitely solve our problems.
Okay.
He can definitely help you, sir. No
I
worry
will definitely send to you, sir. And
Yes,
help the many more research scholars.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
It's my humble request to everybody who is those who are doing PhD. They are not insist about only PhD, but they see, their research should be for the human purpose. And being a human, you should not keep your thesis in the library, or you should not in the cupboards. So you can take as a your research as a for the humankind. Likewise, you can take it as a it's an important thing to take a research topic as an important topic to ourselves. We can make our things better, and it should be live project. It should not be the whether it is commerce or economics. It should be take as a live. After COVID, I see in the Bombay University, as I am in a Bombay City selection PhD selection panel, as I am seeing that only people say that during the COVID period, after the COVID period, they are saying water, buying beer of COVID period, buying beer after COVID period, buying beer of Palghar, that is a tribal area. But they are not saying that I am because of COVID period. COVID period is only for 2 years. So my dear friends, I will humble request each and every research scholar, you take your topic to match your destination also. So
Thank you, sir.
here, as per Dr. Prakash sir is already explained about the journals, research journals, and if Prakash sir is permit, I will tomorrow I will take I think 2 sessions. It is prime permitted. 1 session on NAC criteria 3rd. That is NAC Bangalore is compulsory for the senior colleges and management college. And NAB is National Board of Accreditation. It is for a professional college, that is engineering college, polytechnic. That is NAB is compulsory. Recently we have NAC, so I can insist on research criteria 3rd, that is research, innovation, and extension activity. If more than faculty is coming and they are asking, sir, you can take, I will definitely give a lecture on that, so they can help for their NAC purpose. Prakash sir.
What Surendra sir was explaining was, sir, not NAC accreditation. There is a paper publication is required. Promotion APA score is required. What he is telling is, he is the owner of 1 or 2 journals actually, and he is approaching UGC care board for the approval, but there is no explanation why the journal is not being included in the list, or why it is being rejected, and what he needs to do to add his journal into the list. That nobody is telling. So what is the criteria they are going to maintain? That nobody knows.
Bombay, Delhi people, Bombay people doesn't know about anything. This is the Pune University. This can this Pune University take initiative on care publications. They can shortlist it. Here, because of our chairman, UGC chairman belongs from Pune University, and they can, for the quality and for the betterment of our teaching fraternity, they are looking for that care obligation and all these things.
Sir, exactly that is what is asking. For
Sir,
that, what criteria these 16 board members or the UGC chairman or the Pune University, actually it is not Pune University, UGC has assigned the job as a department and 16 board members are sitting in Pune and doing the activity.
Yes,
But
yes,
we want to know what is that. Now for Scopus Index Journal, I had made a study. So 2 years is required. You have to start a journal now, and you have started publication of quality papers and establish your activity, and after 2 years only the Scopus will index you. So like that way, what is the procedure? There is nothing is available. So Prakash Karmakar sir is working with Pune University, and he is a leader also there. So he can go and approach the people and get some information. So next conference, at least we can have some information.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. We can going to help Surendra Kothari sirs and our publisher also. Okay, it's thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir.